Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Power of Sourcing 2024 webinar series. We're excited to welcome you to yet another enlightening session. I'm Nelly, Tech Talent Acquisition Partner at Matcher, and today again I'll be your host. Now, I want to introduce our next speaker, Alla Pavlova, an industry leader in recruitment and sourcing. Currently, Alla is helping to build an engineering team at Riot Games. She is also leading the Amsterdam Slack platform community. But before I welcome Alla to the stage, let me explain what we do at Matcher. At Matcher, we provide embedded recruitment and sourcing teams to startups, scale-ups, and big corporates like Eneco, Miro, Booking.com, and many others. So if you need to elevate your engineering team or if you need to train your sourcing team, just drop us a message and we'll be here to help you. Now, let me welcome Alla to the stage. Hi, Alla. It's so nice to see you again.
Hi, Nina. Thank you so much for having me.
Alla, before we delve into the strategies for immersing yourself deeply in the hiring process, let's kick things off with some levity. Can you share a memorable moment from a job interview that took an unexpectedly humorous turn?
That's a good start. I think the funniest moments I had during COVID times when you had to interview remotely, and I happened to have someone's relatives passing by in the background, in some t-shirts and snow pants. So that sometimes was really funny, or like people asking what you're gonna eat. And very demanding the answer from the person who was in the interview with me, and I was like feeling like, okay, just answer your mother, so I don't think she's gonna stop asking you.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in that video from BBC, if I'm not mistaken, right? When the children are coming, are entering the room. Yeah, quite the similar situation. Thank you. It's so funny, and I can relate. So before kicking things off, I want to send a huge shout out to our sponsor Deal for making these impressive sessions available for every one of us. So let's take a brief moment and watch a video from Deal.
Work's gone global, but until now, no HR platform has been able to handle everything for everyone. Some teams have to use up to 16 different tools to make things work. Deal's the future of global HR, and it's the only platform that works for your team wherever they are, whatever their status. Easily handle international hiring, payroll, and HR with one powerful platform. Hire contractors and employees worldwide, even if you don't own an entity. Once you find a candidate, onboard them with a localized contract and a visa if needed. We even provide powerful salary insights so you can be sure your offer's competitive, and we'll automatically collect any necessary compliance documents. Get your team set up fast with built-in background checks, equipment, WeWork passes, and effortless app access. Then manage the entire worker lifecycle through one central HR platform designed with global teams in mind. Plus, handle time off, promotions, and bonuses all in a few clicks. Deal integrates with any tool to help keep your data and workflows synced. You'll get a first-of-its-kind worldview of your entire team's headcount, payroll, and productivity in one place. On payday, consolidate payroll for contractors, international, and local employees. We'll take care of the contractor invoicing, plus employee taxes, benefits, pay slips, and more. Deal has everything you need to run a global team efficiently, and it's the only platform built for everyone and everything, everywhere. Learn how Deal can simplify your global team needs at deal.com.
Now, Alla, you have the stage.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm happy to be part of this webinars. And so there's a fun fact. A few years ago, I was also invited to do this webinar, and I only got the place because another person was canceling. Something personal happened, and it happened to be. It was called Getting Stuck, and it happened to be one of the most successful sessions that I had. You can still check it out. It's available online. I think it's more than 3,000 views, and today I also have opportunity to jump in and to cover for the person who unfortunately couldn't make it, but I appreciate it. And interesting fact in my life that a lot of things happened because like I was open for the opportunity. I'm always ready for something to happen. So this way, I wanted to say that a lot of things that happened in my career, how I did get in gaming at Riot Games is like my dream company. How I started sourcing and etc. So it's all because of hoping and waiting for this something great to happen. So just a sound check and everything. So let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. And I see already comments from Mexico, from like Florida. So super happy to see you, everyone who is joining. My name is Alla, and I'm going to be talking today to you about sourcing skin in the game. It's not about gaming, it's about sourcing skin. Let's say our skin of resilience, our adaptability, the skills that we need to be successful at our jobs. So one thing that happened to me yesterday, I was at the big chair event in Vienna, in Austria, and I was given a talk about need for speed. Basically, I trained teams on these topics, and I was telling, hey, to be successful right now, and I'm going to show you something that I prepared for today. I'm going to be sharing my screen. To be successful right now as a sourcer, recruiter, anyone who's hiring, you need to be great with tools, the ones that are happen to be popular right now. And as we'll also see, tools are sponsoring right now the webinars, the conferences, because this is something that we have like a special cravings for extensions and tools for things that are going to make our life easier and faster. Hello everyone. And I would say what really impressed me that we are so excited about using the tools, and I was showing like what are the things you can do with tools, etc. But I personally believe that bigger part of sourcing and bigger part of things that we do use the tools is going to be automated with AI, with exactly the tools that we are loving so much. And I'm thinking what is going to be next. What is going to be something that I want to do as a sourcer or as a recruiter? As a recruiter, probably it's quite obvious that you're going to be focusing on human part, on engagement, on making people really happy at the workplaces and creating nice experiences. But as a sourcer, I do think that this human part, like personalization, that will stay. But a bigger part, like 70% of our work, like finding the social media, finding profiles, is going to be gone for good. Because it's going to be freeing some time for us to do something else. And I want to ask you to, in the comments, if it's possible, just to leave comments. What do you think is going to be a next important skill for a tech sourcer to not only survive but also strive? So please do put it. I'm just curious, what is your thought? Like, what is the skill that you think that this type of the sourcer will need? I would like to share with you just my screen. I'm going to do that now. And I'm happy to answer any questions, anything. I have two screens, so that no worries about that. I wanted to make it as practical as possible, but in a way, today, what I would like to do is to really focus a little bit more about looking back into the skills, how I build them to have like presence and change and respect from the hiring teams, hiring managers, and the companies. And what I think I will need, like let's say if I would like to be still hiring in 2050. I don't know if I like lived that long. So, but yeah. So I share my screen. Is it? Do you see it? I'm asking for the technical support in the background. Because I don't think, yeah, now you can see it. Okay, so I would like to have my screen shared, if that's possible. First thing that I did 10 years ago, and I do it now, I track my time. This is like something like a basic for me. I want to know everywhere when my time goes. I use two things for that. One is a web time tracker. It's absolutely free, Chrome extension. By the way, you'll get all the links. That's no worries. This Chrome extension showed me that I thought I spent 5 minutes checking on Amazon. I wanted to buy a book, but apparently I spent like 25 minutes browsing. So big disappointment, big surprise. But I do that religiously, like really going through my time tracking to know where do I spend time. Another free tool that I'm using for, like, I'm going to show you it. To track my projects, for privacy reasons, I just created the account that has nothing here. But whenever for example, I want to work on creating the presentation, like or creating another training, I'm very curious how much time it takes me to create a training. I click on the button, I create a project, like I'm going to track this, and then I click the stop whatever I want, and then I look into projects and just assessing how much time it takes so that I can plan. One skill that will still be important, it's something that hiring managers really appreciate, is the way how you really track your time, how you use your time. Another question I want to really ask you, as something that you do or you don't do, but I really would like to encourage you to do, is how much time in a week do you spend for educating yourself? You don't need to write it down in a chat or anything, but I would like you to think about it, how much time you educate yourself with things that are going on right now. With all the changes with industry, for example, when it comes to the industry, I don't know a better place. If you're still not subscribed for this, so I will be. Oh, sorry. Like let me use the other tab. So larger. So this is like the how is it called? A Hanley show. That's and he has amazing like newsletters, and also MatchHR has amazing newsletters, and you can learn a lot about the industry. So this is getting to like staying updated with the industry is only possible if you really make the time for that, and if you block the time for that. So some companies are really okay that, oh, you're gonna do a little bit of like education while you're working. Some companies are not comfortable with that, and I hear a lot when I again train the teams and I'm talking to other sourcers. Do you have time, like, to just try this thing and that thing? So they quite often say, no, I don't have time, I'm sorry, like I have emails, I have things, and I spend 20 hours on meetings per week, so it's not possible. So then you find yourself being really unhappy in the company, in the work that you do. So I would say try, and this is what I do, and I find it like super helpful. I block 1 hour per week just for these activities, like to educate myself. And how do I, like, what do I use, and what is that I do? I'm actually going to show you later, but I just need to find the link. So first thing that I do, like, let's say I blocked 1 hour and I would like to prepare myself for the Alla as a Sourcer 3.0 in 2050. I get to know like what is the most interesting prompts that are really like people are using right now. What should I insert and try? So I go and educate myself on prompt engineering a little bit. I do use the ones that are already ready. This is the website Prompel. It's very easy to use, and it has different categories that you can try to educate yourself. This is one thing, and I really encourage you to try. And second one is I go to generate like AI generators, and like for example the best AI tools, and I just pick let's say resume. Okay, so what is trending in the resume and what is everyone is using? So let's see. Probably the resume doesn't work. So AI powered reading newsletters writers, doesn't matter. So I go and I try one tool at a day. That's something that I do right now. I don't know if you have time for that, so you can do one tool at a week. So that will make you such a big difference for you. Like you being now probably like a little bit afraid of AI, trying things a little bit here and there, and you in the months like being like super confident. I have Tuxi here listening to me. She's part of my small community that I run. I created a Discord server, and anyone can join. And every Friday we catch up for like 40 minutes, 1 hour, and we just discuss like any challenge, any struggle people have. And most of the times is we're trying new tools. We're discussing, hey, have you tried this one? Have you tried that one? So what is the challenge you have? This way you can really keep yourself educated and help yourself to really to join the community. Please send me your Discord ID and I will add you. There's a reason why I still keep it small, because I like it to be active, and when it's just a community where people just join in and do nothing, this is not what I like. So that's why I only add people who really want to get there and really wants to learn and share and help each other. So if you want to join, so feel free to really just send me your Discord and I will send you all the details and add you. So, but it's not about like really that part, but what I've noticed as well, that we all are talking about AI, and AI is the most popular topic also at the conferences, etc. And quite a lot of specialists believe that sourcing will be really pretty much automated. Hopefully, in upcoming, I don't know, few years, a lot of things will be like reduced as a routine. But us as a specialist, for us, I think personally, it's very, very important to develop the next generation skills. And when I need to think about next generation skills, what I do love to use AIs for predicting and telling me what is going to happen. So this is the tool. It's a free one, so you can use it. It is whimsical, like it's like a brainstorming. And for brainstorming, it's amazing. So it's using AI. So I'm going to just show you very quickly. What would be main skills for recruiters in 2050? So I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to move it a little bit here so that's on the screen like that. So I'm asking the AI what AI thinks is going to be like the next generation for recruiters skills. 2050, so let me move it a little bit more, so because it's getting to another text so that you can see. Yeah, so let's see. And I kind of completely agree with that. Advanced data analysis. So this is something that I also wanted to share with you as a best strategy working with hiring managers and earning their trust. It's a data report and analyzing. I'm going to look if I have any examples right now in my disposal. What I made like a routine, and it's not like something like ever like a client asked me about it. It is I'm really building data reports for any role, constantly showing my managers like, hey, this is what is going on in the market. This is what the competitors are doing. So even for one company, I created the newsletters for hiring managers specifically, and I was just copying all of them and sending like, hey, there's something going on with this technology, like there are more popular frameworks like that, etc. So I was kind of constantly providing not my opinion, but market research. It was taking me maybe like an hour per week, and I was doing that on my own time. But first, it gave me understanding on the industry, additional sources for information, and so this weekly newsletters and weekly reports to the managers that they didn't ask me made such a big difference. So data is still something that is super important, something that really helps me to be respected as well, because I don't just say we look for this role, we work for this role like 1 year and it's nothing is happening. Instead of this one, I'm sharing like a real chart with a lot of information and saying, hey, now we did a lot of efforts. This is what we get, etc. So I'm trying to find some example. That I can show like what I'm talking about. So if there's any questions, please let me know. I'm trying to keep up with them as well. Apologies for that. It's just like I always have a problem. Like I have a lot of things that I want to share, and oversharing is not always a great thing. But at the same time, I really think that it's going to help you to have a good understanding, like what I want to for you to take away from this session. So if you can bear with me, and live sessions are always like that. So when you just had an idea, oh, I want to share something very special. Let me do that. Just give me a second. Yes, I think I'm very close to find it. Sometimes, like, yeah, it's better if you really have. Yeah, I have it. That's what I wanted to share you, just not to be like, just saying things but not showing them. That's where it helped me to really get my hiring managers listening to me, showing like, hey, there's a channels that we're using and we're sourcing, and this is like the break on the candidates. So most of our candidates are on the Slack communities, and this is why I'm investing time on the Slack communities. I get examples from these communities. I get some statistics how it is going with the response rates, because I track, like literally I track everything. Can you share the link with those tools? Of course, the tools will be shared. When I get to the point that tracking everything gives me data. Data gives me opportunity to leverage some of the changes that I need to make in the company, and showing this one and just sharing this one without anyone asking me made it very, very helpful. So one of the things that I want to show as well. Let me see if I have it here. Yeah, so sometimes it's also change, like it's life opening and changing for a lot of hiring managers when you show them the data of things that you did, and a lot of things that you do are kind of hidden, and this is one of the things that I use a lot. I built for every role from the very beginning, the moment I started to work on it, some like kind of data visualizations, so that I can see like what happened. So I looked myself through a few hundreds, like 500 profiles. Then I moved like a certain percentage to to the review. And also, it's just it drives my curiosity. It makes me very excited about what I'm doing as a sourcer, and I actually like this part the most. I see a lot of additional data in here, like the speeds that we close the roll, the percentage, the ratio between people that's I presented, the ratio between the people, hiring managers chose to interview, and etc., etc. So it's really powerful. So if you're looking for the ways to improve your relationships with hiring managers, and to maybe to be promoted, also like going to more sourcing manager role, or even recruitment manager role, I see that then you will be talking data more than anything, and hiring manager should not ask you for that, so you should really provide it yourself, like without even being asked. So that's what I wanted to really show you about. And again, like data, I have a few recruiters and sourcers quitting their jobs, and after they were laid off, and starting education in data analysis, and so moving to data analysis and being very happy. I do think it's one of the paths, and even for myself, I consider that it could be a really important and nice skill to have, and to be more efficient. Proficiency in using AI. A lot of courses right now are about the prompt engineering, and I think it's just a basic knowledge that you also need to have. If you have questions about this courses, you can just Google or reach out to me. I always hear from other people who are passing these trainings. I did it myself as well, just to become really better. It's making requests, creating prompts, and asking questions. So this is the skill that's also helping me a lot, working with managers, but also it's helping me to be fast and efficient. So I wouldn't be able to jump into coding myself if I won't learn some of the basics. Let's say won't learn how to use the tools. So these are the two that, like, just a few tools that I'm using for is AI. It's like the note takers, text. Like a copywriting, text creating. Of course, ChatGPT is one of the like most helpful one when it comes to like creating like summaries, analyzing, writing text, this kind of things. But also, like next step, something that I'm doing right now is I'm trying other people GPTs that they created, and I'm having a lot of fun. And this is another thing in addition to this prompt engineering, and checking what are the great new AIs are, is checking GPTs of people from my industry as well who are creating them. So this is something that's you if you ignore it, you kind of go behind. And so this is something that I also noticed the hiring managers that I met, especially in the tech startups, they all using that, in they all actually creating their own tools. So my another personal belief is that creating tools and being more technical is very necessary for the skills of the next skills, future skills for recruiters and sourcers. And I want to ask in the chat as well, do we have anyone here who created their own GPT already? And can you please share the link that we can have a look and actually appreciate your effort? Or if there's anyone in the chat who created their own Chrome extension or another tool, please do share it, because I think it's really awesome that you do that, and it takes a lot of efforts and time. And I believe that's I would love to use the tools of people that I know and try them out. For example, there is a Chrome extension created by Enrico Hellerberg. So he's my friend, my partner in recruitment gigs we did. And he just just ask ChatGPT how to create the Chrome extension, and so ChatGPT helped a little bit with coding, and he just created it's a it's a cross-functioning tool that helps you to find anyone's profiles, and you can make it actually you can change it to the ways how you wanna do it. And so, for example, if you use a lot, I don't know, Facebook sourcing or sourcing on Behance, you can change it yourself, and have a tool that is really working for you. Um, it's all very connected. The moment when I started to build my let's say knowledge around coding, checking coding copilots, and this is really fun. That developers also share a lot on YouTube. You can really see some fun videos how developers using copilots, and basically this copilot is like for us who is writing a lot of emails. It's finishing the sentence for you in email. Same goes with the copilots. So it's finishing the code for you. It's asking like, did you want to write this code or that code, or did you want this to do this or that? I think it's really, really fascinating. And I remember the times where everyone was saying, "Oh, no-code technologies are gonna replace completely developers." No, they didn't, and but they are helpful. And no-code technologies is something that I find very great. It's for me like scenes, no-code, super fun, and they just give me instruments again, also to help me out to stay on top of my game in terms of like I need to adapt to the changes, and I need to like changes, so this way I can stay happy. If I don't like changes, if I don't like AI, if I don't like technologies, then I need to change the job. So moving forward with other predictions that this AI did. Virtual reality technologies, sure, it's already happening. Rapidly changing markets, trends, yes. And when it comes to the excellent communication skills, I totally agree. And it's something that a lot of us can master like all the time. So I think that would be great. And one interesting observation that I have as well, the more I work on the community building, the more I work with like a training teams, the more I see different, let's say, challenges with communication, and the more like there's when a lot of nationalities involved, when a lot of cultures involved, it's so many contexts that is missing. The way how feedback is given, the way how things are discussed, the way how people really express what is important, etc. So it's still like a big challenge. So there's an amazing book about that, culture map. So if you haven't read this book, please do. It's gonna really help you out. When it comes to the global talent pool, so I will be also transparent with you that this is what I'm going through right now. I have to learn how to work like on Singapore market. Never worked on it, and I had to, and it's a lot of fun. Then I started to work with market in China, Shanghai. So this is a very different type of sourcing, and no one like really showed me how to switch between markets. And so when you and in cultures and like what is going on, and like China is very different market from the Europe that I used to, or United States. In a way, like how the sourcing is done, it's like really complete different world. And what really helped me is a skill, again, research, data analytical skills. So I went to Googling, finding reports, finding different recruiters who already work in there, and asking them for help, reaching out to them, say, hey, I'm very new to this market, can you help me out to let me know about communities, how is important to speak Mandarin. It's like apparently it's very important, surprise. So but in a way, like I did a lot of like searching, and so then gathering the data by again checking the companies, checking who's hiring for these roles that I need, and I build my data myself. I use ChatGPT for like, giving me some ideas where and how. I haven't came across of a really great tool that could give you a talent mapping as a feature. If anyone knows, please do share, because I do think it's going to be very nice. There are just a few that I've heard that someone is trying, but I never came across like, hey, this is a great tool for talent mapping. I really recommend to look into it. So to my point about the global market, then I need to also work on Sydney and Australia, and this is like also like very opposite, very interesting, very different. All over again, my like analytical skills help me, data research that I did help me, and also. When the hiring managers, like the teams that you're working, see that like your activities, they like kind of trust you more, and this is like the basics. So people who you're working with should not be like guessing what is you doing. So every like a transparency that you can create through I don't know, like having a Trello board, or with all of your tasks for your manager, or having just reports sent to people. It's going to really make a big difference. In a way, for me, I prefer to write the email and like to put all the things there together, and so then really see it makes difference for me. And so one more thing is expertise in ethical considerations related to AI driven, etc. Uh, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of the legislation that European Union is putting for AI. This is something like I think you all remember the times about GDPR, so that we need to get familiar. I will be curious to learn if a lot of you are really like know GDPR and know like the cases, how legislation works in how to be compliant. And in this way, with I think what is going on right now, you can already read it. So if you can't find it, so reach out to me. I can share it with you. But basically, the new regulations, I think they're going to be from 2025 already implemented, and they explains like data privacy, etc. Because one of the challenges that I personally face, and please let me know in the comments if that's something that you do as well. When I'm introducing AI tools that are taking notes, making video, getting access to my computer for any reason, like my emails, etc., there's a big problem on the company side with that. Like any clients I ever spoke with, any recruiter I ever spoke with, so they all say that security teams are all concerned, and you need to provide a lot of information, like what is the data, where it's stored, etc. So what I think is important and will make a difference for you also as a specialist is to get yourself familiar with all the regulations that they are publicly available, and to make sure that you can also say to our managers. So basically there are like 4 things that I would say making you presented as a good specialist, making you really win the arguments with the companies. So it's time that you invest in yourself. It's not only like important, but it's also something that's no one is going to do for you. And when people say, hey, how do you catch up with things, how do you do this, it's like really blocking the time and making the time for myself to learn. Another one is to I'm following all these people that you're watching right now, also the webinar series, Hanley newsletters, and his show. I'm like reading everything Irina Shamayo is writing, everything that's is posted by Vanessa Vassar. So she's always like, brilliant about engagement and social media. Everything Katrina Kohler ever said, this kind of things, like, you just really, really, really watching what are the industry people do, and what is the next step that they're doing. So the best practices are already available. So one of the really like feelings that I have when I do sourcing trainings for the teams, like I'm presenting all the tools and trying to get the teams excited, engaged. They get the tools, and then they still don't have time to try it. So I find it a waste of time and money for trainings if you don't do the homework. So what I started doing, it's not very popular. I started doing. I asked to do homework, and then I'm agreeing to continue the trainings because I want people to try. So this is something that's also going to make a big difference for you. In terms of data, it's something that I showed already, and I showed you just a little bit of visuals that. How I do it, and I think it's really, really important. Just have a look at what is that that you do could really help your hiring teams understand better what is going on, and when we are going to close this roles. And also psychologically, if you offer more reporting, they're asking less actually. And I also like tried this trick. Sometimes I offer, yeah, let's have catch up like 3 times a week. It's going to be very helpful so that you can, sync and everything. So never anyone actually wanted to do it 3 times a week because it's too much. When you offer like a lot, it means like you're making yourself available psychologically. People think like you're really invested in the role, but you can really just make everything available online live so that people can do it, can check anytime. If you are in a situation, and this is something that I have a lot when I'm speaking at the conferences, and then someone coming to me after the talk and asking, hey, what can I do if my company wants a software engineer working full-time in the office, not paying that much at the market, and our technologies are like old as dinosaurs. So what can you suggest me as a solution? Nothing you can do. So seriously, even this all the positive thoughts and energy I have, I don't think you can do anything literally, just because it is just nothing that you can really leverage, and nothing you can offer to the candidate, and you'll be probably a very unhappy person that's gonna leave the company anyway. So if you invest in your time to educate yourself, it means that you want more from your job and from yourself and from the company. And so when it comes to compromising, it's necessary, but if you are in the situation that I just described, so it's time to probably ask for a community opinion. That's what we do a lot on our sessions, like sharing the challenge and asking people, what do you think? Should I do something? And most of the times you hear like, yeah, quit this company because like it's really, really bad. I would be happy to see in comments, especially for those who may be joining the session later. Please do send the comments anyway about the biggest challenge that you have right now. Maybe someone can help you. Maybe someone is going to really see that they have the same problem, and they can come back to you. One of the greatest things I think I did this year is I have created some program that I called like a goal buddies. And the people who share the same goals, they make a small groups and they hanging out every week, and so they learning from each other. So every week they have like some kind of activities and they do it together. So what I've noticed, and I think this completely changed my perspective and the way how I do things right now, is to do it with someone else. Like to be alone sometimes with your problem is challenging. And yeah, like I never had more pleasure and help by sharing the same challenge and problem that I do right now. My next, let's say, skill and next thing that I would like to improve, and that it's going to really help me to stay on top of my game and to stay on top of the recruitment. I think so, is building my analytical skills on the technical side and building my own tools. If you leave the comment that you would like to do something that is your next goal, so maybe let's see if someone else also have the same goal and is going to do it together with you. So this is how the communities are actually usually built. When it comes to tech competences, so this is what I meant when I was talking about the tools. How do you really creating like the new skills for yourself? Try to build the tools. So I'm very proud what Enrique did, but it's not only one thing. I know that a lot of people in our industry are writing books right now, or like launching their courses, or doing something like that. So it's really, really great. So tech competences, like to have it a little bit deeper, I personally think it's important in a way. Uh, I know technologies are going to help us to automate things, but wouldn't be nice and important for you also to know still how it's done? Like, if I can use the Copilot for Python coding, I still want to know the basics of Python. So, thank you so much for your answers in the chat. So, using AI is a tool. Yes, this is going to be. It has already happened. So we have to enjoy it and implement it wherever we can. Creating Boolean strings, I think, is going to be something that will be changing all the times, and maybe some things will be automated. But let's say when I'm scared that something is not working, I always can find the answer in the booleanstring.com, the website that Irina Shomaeva has. So every time when I'm like, oh, the search for the file type is not working, and I'm like really like freaking out what I can do, and then like I go to Irina's blog post and I find the solution. So looking for, like, trying to find the workarounds to build your own tool, to create your own GPT. This is something that I would expect from a person who would like to really make the difference. Gold body. Think actually my pronunciation is probably bad. Sorry, I think I have some a little bit of cold. It's a gold, not a gold body. It's like a goal body. It's someone that you have the same goal, like, I don't know, like lose weight, start writing book. So this is kind of something like that. So it's part of my community. If you join, so I will fill you in, and you can find your the body, the person who is gonna share the same challenge. But feel free also to drop the challenge that you have in the chat. Maybe there's someone else who is watching or who is gonna watch, and check the comments, and we'll want to work it. We'll want to try it. Last point, very important for me, just to quickly share with you, is the networking part. What is like a truly networking? Again, yesterday when I was at the conference, it was like really, like, I think 1,000 people, and everyone was like chatting, smiling, getting swag, like sharing what they do, etc. But like, I wonder, like, how many people actually get each other contacts and gonna come back and so maybe like automate a response, etc. So this way I was really thinking, what are the best way to do the networking. As a sourcer, I immediately thought there is like a chat and the list of like speakers. I'm gonna scrape a list of speakers and I'm gonna send them the email campaign, like, hey, it was great talk, very nice meeting with you, etc. So let's do this and that, maybe like hang out sometime, etc. So I would personally again suggest that networking, there should be a little bit more quality networking, like not to be afraid asking questions, not to be afraid to really get in touch with people, because you will be surprised how nice and easy to talk to someone. And let's say it will come soon. I will be doing some collaborative trainings, like when a few trainers do training together. I think that's awesome thing. Or like I don't know, you can write a book together, or that's the way that I see networking could be very different. I'm gonna check the comments. Can anyone share a list of diversity groups, pharma or tech in California, working on a critical role for the sound? Yeah, so Tarun, amazing that you're doing it here. So I hope that someone can help you out when it comes to pharma as well in California. So try maybe to reach out to Rina Shamaeva, because I'm just thinking of her. So she could be knowledgeable about it. Just ask the question. So very important to be also part of this community where we are. Like in Facebook, there's a group where a lot of recruiters and sources are sharing their knowledge. So I will be dropping links in the comments on YouTube so that anyone can see them later. Fadam is a free tool for AI generated notes maker. Thank you. This can be used for your meetings and also help you in write for your hiring managers. Thank you for sharing. Like a free tools, always welcome. And I think I was sharing my links. Yes, Mina, thank you. Sure, links will be going to the chat so that everyone know where to find them. Like AutoAI, like Fireflies is like one of the, I think, most popular free tools. MetaView is paid, but it is for a reason, because it has very good like AI inserted that makes your life easier. But it's true, like it reduces so much routine and the note takers in general. So what I've noticed when I started to really track my time, so I did track how much time it takes for me to write down the notes. The raw notes I do during the meetings, let's say, but then I have to really make sense out of them. And it's sometimes like 15-20 minutes. If I do 5 interviews, then it's already 1 hour, but I do, of course, like 55 interviews. So this way, note takers are really like MetaView. I love it for its really incredible flexibility for the things that I need to do, and there's no ambiguity. So like when it's like, what I've noticed, and it's funny, when there's a note taker involved, everyone is behaving. Like candidates is thinking about what they're saying. A recruiter is also like asking, prepared and asking good questions, because everything is recorded. Everything is something that people really afraid maybe that like it could be available public or anything. So I think it makes us more organized, and I also think it's one of the skills that is important when your hiring managers and the people that you work see that you're organized, you have your things together. Meaning like you're doing things on time, you have data, you are knowledgeable about things happening in the market, and you are sharing this knowledge with the hiring managers. Listen and take notes for you. The MetaView takes notes. It could take video. It could take. It's taken like exactly everything that is happening, and then with the assistant, you can ask like, "Can you do the summary?" It could be short, and you can ask questions like, "Was this discussed? What was about the career?" So it's like you're talking to like smart. You're like AI talking to the nodes. I find it's very, very smart. So great product. I'm very sad that I didn't come up with this idea. So it's a summary, and you can have a short summary, long summary. I think the biggest advantage I see is in this kind of tools, they're saving time. And so they make it really clear for everyone what was happening, what was discussed, especially like when a lot of people involved. And it's making like a human errors, like reducing this possibility, because like when you have a lot of people involved in the interview process, and you're making sure that all the competences, all the things were discussed, you can always come back to exact notes, exactly what the person said, not the feeling, not what you put at the note, but what happened there. So, but yeah, for this needs to be consent. So I mean, I will drop the link. You can in the chat as well, and you can have you can request the demo. So these guys are very like super happy to give the demo and show the things and compliances, etc. The records, yeah. So create your own templates. Yeah. There are a lot of possibilities you can do. So it depends on the budget. So I think the tools are really making our life easier. I tried to hire AI note taker during the interview. It makes great notes. Thank you, Svetlana. Also, like it's really more tools than I actually thought. Both integrated. Yeah. So and that's something that I think is important skill that we need to keep, like not only like to know what are the tools in the market, but also try to create our own tools. And I want to see more sources and recruiters collaborating with developers, because this way we can really make a difference and really learn like next skills. So I wish you all to think about where do you spend time. Do track your time. There are tools for that. Please look where it's going. Do block your time for your own growth. Join the communities and share your challenges, share your knowledge. Make it like really for you as a rule as well. Like every week or every month, I'm joining a new community and I'm looking into like maybe posting jobs, maybe asking questions. So getting out from the bubble that you probably have. Maybe you don't like your team and your manager, so you can find people you like in the communities and try to achieve the same goals with each other. So I think it was quite a lot of things all in once in this webinar, but for me it was very important to just to give you the like the observations that I see what is going on, and what is that hiring managers want, and what is we are as a sources, maybe recruiters in 2050, what are the skills that we are going to be developing. Thank you so much, and I see if there's any questions, please let me know. And as I promised, I'm going to be dropping the links under the YouTube video. Let's make it popular. Let's share the questions in there as well.
Thank you, Alla, for this fantastic session. It was really, really inspiring for, I guess, every one of us. And also, I do really think that without a data-driven approach, no industry will survive in the future. What do you think?
I agree. Actually, I wanted to give you a compliment. So no, not everyone knows, but I actually work with Nelly when we were at Miro. So basically, she was one of the sources that I worked with. I was recruited at that moment, and I was trying to source myself because this is what I love, and I couldn't find anyone that she didn't approach. So anyone that I liked, she already like viewed and approached, and I found it like so annoying. Like I was complaining like, oh, there's a sourcer Nelly. She's really like she found everyone. So and then we have to go outside LinkedIn and maybe even anything. So I do think data approach is very important, and I do think that looking at like in the best practices, looking at other people what they're doing and how they do their job is really drives you. So you basically drive me to find the ways where I can find the candidate that you didn't find yet.
I love that, Ella. I love that. I always look back to those times as well when I used to work with you at Miro. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so much. Thank you.
everything. And thank you for joining us today, Alla. Have a nice day. A huge thank you to Alla for joining us and generously sharing her invaluable knowledge with us. And thank you all for watching us today. Join us next Thursday. We're going to host Ludmila Tompri, a global talent acquisition leader at Avon. Stay connected with us in LinkedIn and YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe for our newsletter. All the links you need are in the description below. Stay tuned. Bye.